Hi. Um, there are a couple things that have been on my mind today and the last couple days. And so I just wanted to talk about those three things. So the first thing is that I already said in my last video that I graduated from university last year, but I'm trying to get into nursing school, and there were a couple courses that I needed to take in order to be eligible, like prerequisite courses. So I'm just taking those courses now. So I'm still in university, but I'm just not in a program. And one of my courses is the lectures are done online. It's called a hybrid course. The lectures are done online, but we have weekly 1-hour tutorials that are in person. And like I love the online component because it means I don't have to go to a lecture and embarrass myself and in like a huge group of people. So that's great. And the tutorial, like usually I'd be okay with that too. Like usually I do fine going to my classes. Well, fine, like sometimes they really bother me and I get really anxious, but I'm usually able to do it, even if it's uncomfortable. It's not like so awful for me. But what am I saying? Yeah, so, and I've had like many tutorials before, and they've usually been fine because there's not like, we're not forced to participate. Sometimes there will be participation points, and yeah, I'll try extra hard to participate in those courses, but in this course there aren't participation points. So if I wanted to not participate and just listen to the other people's conversations about the lecture material, then that would be fine. But my TA emailed all of us like 2 days ago, I think, saying just a heads up, in 2 weeks, so that's this coming Tuesday, so a week from today, you're going to have to like do this like write an assignment in the tutorial. It'll be 20 minutes. At the end of the 20 minutes, I'll collect all your papers, and it's not graded, but I'm gonna be like reading them carefully or something, and I'm like, yay, another opportunity to be judged, like that's my favorite thing. So I got like sort of panicky over that, and it's funny because at the end of her email she wrote nothing to panic about, and it's like, she doesn't know me, it's definitely a reason to panic. And so it's really uncomfortable for me because I don't like doing really anything that's timed in front of other people, because there's so many things about that that make me uncomfortable. Like I could be writing the thing and I could like not have any ideas, so people would like look at me and see that like I haven't written anything in like 5 minutes or something, and then they'll think like, oh gosh, she's so stupid, like she can't think of anything to write. Or they could see me like writing furiously because I'm like full of ideas, but none of the other people are, so they're looking at me and thinking she thinks she's better than all of us because she has like so many ideas, and like, but we're sitting here feeling dumb because we can't think of anything. Or I could finish first and everyone else would be like, she rushed through it, she didn't think carefully about what she was saying, like she's so dumb, like this is university, you're supposed to think carefully about what you write. Or I could finish last and everyone could be like they could finish before the 20 minutes and they'd be like looking at me and being like, why is she taking so long, like she's so dumb, like she doesn't know what to write. And that's a lot of pressure, I feel. So I'm not really confident at all that my final product would be really worthy of the TA evaluating it, because I really don't feel like it would be my best work at all. And I just don't feel like it would be an accurate representation of what my actual abilities are. And so I'm really nervous about, I mean, there's more stuff about like writing when other people can like watch me write. There's other stuff about that that really just makes me uncomfortable and anxious. I mean, I don't have a problem like signing my name or something in public, like that's fine, because I like my handwriting. but like writing an essay in class, that's really uncomfortable for me. And I'm also not used to doing stuff in class, like writing things in class anymore, because I mean, I did in high school, I did in junior college, but in university I have always had accommodations, so I always write my tests in like a separate room. And I'm in a room all by myself, and I get extra time. And that's another thing, like the time limit thing that really makes me so anxious, because I'm always afraid that like I'm going to run out of time. And so like for tests and exams, I get extra time, but rarely do I actually use the extra time. I just need to know that it's there. I need to know that I have like enough time that I won't run out of it, basically. So this was 2 days ago that I got this email from my TA, like telling us that we were going to have this writing assignment, and that's like, it's been 2 nights that I haven't really slept at all. So I think it's dumb that I'm losing sleep over like something that's really not that huge of a deal. I mean, she said it wasn't going to be graded, so I really shouldn't care that much about it. But anyway, I do care about it. That's the reality. So I've arranged to meet with my professor, who I haven't met yet because, like I said, the lectures are online. So I know what she looks like because I see like her video online, but I never met her in person. So I'm going to meet her tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to sleep tonight because I'm going to be thinking about the meeting with the professor tomorrow. But hopefully I'll be able to go in there and like be confident and stuff. But really I'm going in there to tell her that I'm anxious about the class. So I don't know if I really want to go in there looking confident, because then she'll think that I really don't have a problem. So maybe I should like go in there and be like, hi, I just have to tell you I'm like really nervous about this thing that RTA is making us do, and like act like super nervous or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should like find a happy medium where I start out confident and then just become more anxious or something. I don't know. But this is me. Like, this is completely who I am. I have to have a plan of how I'm going to talk to everybody before I actually talk to them. Like, I spend hours, like, thinking about, okay, how am I going to talk to this person? What voice am I going to use? Like, am I going to look confident? Am I going to look anxious? Like, do I want to look confident? Do I want to look anxious? Like, I mean, most of the time I want to look confident, but, I mean, sometimes it's better for me to look anxious, like, if I'm trying to get, like, accommodations or something that I feel like I deserve. But so we'll see how the meeting goes, but I am really nervous about it. But I think the professor's nice. She seems nice on the videos that she posts of our lectures, so crossing my fingers. And then Friday, I have my first shift at a children's hospital that I'm going to be volunteering at, because I mentioned some volunteering in my last vlog that I used to do. I don't do those things anymore. So, like, right now I'm not volunteering at all, so this will be, like, it'll be good for me to start volunteering again, because I really like to volunteer. But I'm getting, like, really nervous about starting. And, like, my first shift was supposed to be last Friday, but I woke up with, like, a little bit of a sore throat. It was, like, a very little bit of a sore throat. Like, I could hardly tell that it was sore, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting a cold. Well, they said that if we have a cold, like, even, like, something as small as a cold, it doesn't matter. We can't come in, because a lot of the kids, especially on the unit that I'll be on, are immunocompromised, and they've been waiting for their surgeries for, like, some of them have been waiting for a very long time, and if they get sick, their surgery that they've been waiting for so long that they really need will be postponed, or I could, like, make them sicker, and it would just be really, I mean, that would be awful, like, if I was the cause of them getting sicker when these kids are already, like, really, really sick. Like, the kids I'm going to be working with are, kids who are waiting for organ transplants. And so, yeah, so I called, and, like, it turns out not to have really been a cold. I think it was probably just anxiety was making my throat sore, like, it was all in my head. But I called them and I was like, I'm really sorry, but I have a cold. I really want to come in to volunteer, but like I'm feeling up to it and everything, but I have a cold, so what do you think? Can I still come in? And she was like, oh, no, stay at home, stay at home. We really like can't handle these kids getting sicker than they already are. So I was like, yes. And I feel horrible for doing that. But anyway, so I'm starting this Friday, and I'm very nervous. And then, so that was the second thing. And then the third thing, and the last thing, is that, back at my annual physical exam, last September, I brought up to my doctor that I have, that I get pretty anxious about different things. I didn't really go into very much detail at all because she was sort of like rushing me along, which I was fine with because I didn't want to talk to her about it. But I asked if she could put in a referral for me to see a psychiatrist for an assessment at, and I specified which mental health center I wanted to go to because I know, because of all my my background in psychology and like all the volunteer stuff that I've been doing, and also my time in the system, I know a lot of psychiatrists and psychologists and all those people in that profession, or in that field, in this city, and I know that like a lot of them like have contact with lots of other ones that I don't know. So I specified which center I wanted her to put the referral in for me to, because it was one where I'm fairly confident that people there don't know anybody that I already know, because I really wouldn't want to meet with a psychiatrist who happens to know one of the psychologists who was like one of my professors last year or something. That would be really embarrassing. But anyway, that was in September, and they still haven't called me, and they're supposed to, and I know that it's very, very busy there. It's a world-renowned mental health center, and they take a lot of, like, they have a lot of patients, and like I know that they're like long waiting lists for all of their clinics. So I'm not surprised that they haven't called me yet, but since I feel like my anxiety is getting worse, I decided that for the first time ever, I would like to try an anxiolytic to see if that could like help ease my anxiety, just for the time like when I'm waiting to start counseling again with a psychiatrist. So I'm seeing my doc. I made an appointment yesterday to see my family doctor on Wednesday, I think next Wednesday. So I have a week to think about it. Yay! I'm gonna ask her for a medication. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, I will check back in a few days, and I think I'm actually going to do the accent tag or my perfect imperfections tag for my next video, because I've really been dying to do those tags. I think they look like a lot of fun. Yep, but that'll be in a couple days. So I will talk to you later. Bye.